Today I want to talk about fears and phobias, where we have this irrational sort of a fear that just triggers us into a panic attack, or we freeze or something in some circumstance that really limits us and takes our freedom away in life. My name is Arne Pedersen from Awareness and Health. I'm a hypnotherapist and a mindfulness-based teacher, and I help people to move through stress and anxiety and things like that. And so today I want to talk about these fears and phobias. So something happens. Now, say a fear of snakes or something like that, or a fear of spiders. These are really common. Or it could be a fear of even flying or something like that. It could be a circumstance in life where we do something. And let's talk about the fear of seeing something. We see something and we're doing fine, and we see something and all of a sudden we just trigger it into this irrational state where we're completely helpless. There's nothing we can do. We can't rationalize ourselves through it. Somebody can say, oh, it's okay, but we feel the panic inside. This is very much like a panic attack with social anxiety, where we're around people and all of a sudden we feel this massive fear, this overwhelmment, and it just incapacitates us. So there we are in the moment. The thing has happened and we're triggered in this fear. Now, really what we need to do is notice that, is it safe? And is this thing out to attack me? Is my well-being at risk? And a lot of the time, the answer is no. Now, if it's not safe, we need to make ourselves safe in the moment. This isn't about a real experience where there's really something happening that would trigger us into this fear. This is when something happens and it's an irrational fear, where we have the perception that something is threatening our well-being. And in this moment, we have a moment there where the door is wide open to the program in our subconscious mind that controls this triggered reaction in our body that we just go into helplessness. So if we could notice that, if we could just assess and look around and slow time down a little bit in that moment and just breathe and just be there and look around and go, okay, it's safe, I'm just going to look around and talk ourselves through it. That would make a really big difference, wouldn't it? So how do we do that, though, in that moment where we're completely incapacitated in this feeling? And how do we get to that place where we can actually simply step back out of the situation and step back out of that triggered reaction? We have to practice. And I say this in almost every one of my videos, a simple awareness practice. We're just needing to practice to be aware, to be in the moment so we can be present. When we get triggered into this reaction, we just go into this fight or flight program and we disconnect with the part of our mind that is the part that can look around and rationally assess what's going on. But if we practice in a calm place, a safe place at home, where we know we're okay, everything's safe, we practice sitting down, doing this awareness practice, going into our body feelings and sensations, following our breathing, doing it in a safe place. So when the trigger happens then, if we're out and about, something happens, and we practice this enough at home in this safe place, connecting back to our breathing, back to our body feelings, we just then, in that moment, need to notice and practice noticing when we feel something, practice coming back to our body, and then go into our breathing. Follow our breathing. Going into our breathing. Now with practice, there's an association now of safe place. Because we practice this at home in a safe place where we looked around, we know it's safe, it's home, and it's safe, and our subconscious mind has associated that slow, relaxed breathing with that taking the time to go into your breathing, checking in with your body feelings and sensations. So the trigger happens. You have that habit now, you practice at home, the awareness practice, and now you're able to then notice, okay, I'm in this triggered state, okay, I can breathe. I can breathe. And as you start breathing, you're now connecting, communicating to your subconscious mind that everything's safe because you've looked around and you've decided it's safe right here that I can actually take the time to breathe It's just something over there, maybe a spider or something that's triggered you into this feeling. And you go, okay, it's not able to jump out at me. I'm going to step back a bit. I'm just going to breathe. You calm your nervous system down and you start turning off that triggered reaction in your subconscious mind. And so at that point in time, you can then assess the whole situation and go, well, it feels like at first like a 8 or a 9 out of 10 of danger, but when I really look around and I assess it from this rational place now, breathing calm, talking myself through it, I really see that I was able to step back. I was able to do something here to make myself safe, to make sure, to confirm that it's safe. And the breathing is the bridge into the subconscious mind. So you're telling your subconscious that it's safe, and you're internally talking yourself through it and mentoring yourself through it, going, no, it's safe, it's okay. This is just a perceived threat where sometime in the past something happened for whatever reason that I ended up triggering from this kind of circumstance into this fearful emotion. But I look around and I realize it's just a behavior, and all behaviors and habits can be changed through mindful breathing and assessing the situation as safe, go into my breathing, go into my body feeling, and mentor, support myself, guide myself through this challenging emotion. So give that a try. Now remember, it takes some work at home. It might take a month of practicing every day for 5-10 minutes of just going into your breathing, feeling your body sensations. You'll get distracted. Your mind will pull you away, or this is stupid, this is a waste of time, I got things to do. You'll be planning in your mind, but then you notice, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be sitting here doing the awareness practice. So then you notice and you come back into your body feeling, back into your breathing. Then you get pulled away again. 1,000 times you get pulled away, but you practice coming back into your breathing. As you practice this every day, what happens is you practice building the habit and the behavior of noticing when you get pulled away, when you're disconnected from your body, when you're not present, when you're dissociated from your body. And you're practicing bringing your attention back. So that's what's happening when you see the spider or the thing that triggers you into a reaction of fear, where it's disconnecting you from the present moment into just this irrational trigger in your mind. So when you practice coming back with the awareness practice regularly, then a month later after practicing, you're out and about and you've been practicing with smaller situations, bringing your attention back. Pretty soon you can guide your attention back into this calm feeling state, and your body calms down, your mind calms down, and you're able to get through the situation better than ever before. Pretty soon you're able to process through this kind of circumstance altogether, and it just gets easier and easier, and your world, your life starts to expand, and now you're not feeling so helpless in situations like this because you have a powerful mindfulness-based tool. So I hope this makes sense to you. Give it a go and invest some time in it and do the awareness practice. And I hope this really works for you and it helps you a lot. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day.